Всем большой привет, Эйприл на связи, мы играем Face Noir. И в прошлой серии, я думаю, заметили, что у нас в инвентаре не было документов, которые нам принес Смайли. И здесь было пусто на этом месте на столе. Так вот, что скрипт не сработал, и документов не было, поэтому мне пришлось переиграть, и теперь мы их возьмем наконец-то. Да.
John Ford? That idiot Smiley used the first name he thought of to falsify these documents. Knowing him, I should have checked them out before giving him the money. But apart from breaking his nose, there isn't much I could have done. I'll need to leave this state as soon as possible, and I definitely don't have time to redo the documents considering that I need a photograph for them to be useful.
Да, замечательно, все хорошо, у нас документы есть. Но нам опять придется поговорить с этим товарищем.
What do you want?
Is this your place?
Yes, and the right.
I see.
My friend, and I don't like.
I'm just...
I city sleep.
I have...
Okay.
Да, нам придется все это переиграть заново, видите, тоже. Пепельницу я все еще не взяла.
That could be helpful. I don't have any idea what I could do with it, but I'll take it anyway.
Вот знаете, как... помните вот этот момент в игре Тунгуска 2? Там был вот этот момент со стаканчиком. Я думаю, если вы играли, то вы помните, насколько это все было плохо. Так, это тебе не надо. Ладно.
By looking at the cables, I'd say...
Да, но этот мужик нам, естественно, не разрешит. Сходим сюда. Вот. Опять это все смотрим.
It doesn't work. I don't think it's plugged in.
Да.
I'll take a few kernels of corn. I took the only kernels that aren't...
Да. Для начала просто пойдем спросим опять же.
You again?
Да, я.
How does this...
What do you...
When I'm not talking...
Huh?
So, does...
No.
Bun...
When they go by.
Но это уже про марафон он рассказывал.
This is a get. You need a photograph?
I need...
That's...
I
Да.
have to go.
Okay.
Да, отлично. Да, только там не было вопроса про кукурузное поле.
A cornfield. It's in bad shape. I don't...
Ага,
It's a rain. Complete.
ага. Ладно. Ну, давайте просто на всякий случай уже сходим, поговорим. Потому что я забыла посмотреть на это поле.
You again?
Да, кто же еще?
Is that...
Did the wind...
No.
Son...
You don't seem...
The only... Because the other... Those... I wore... Saw they... And that idiot...
Good stuff.
Stranger, this isn't a... And the...
Just...
Huh.
I have to go.
Okay.
Да, как мы видим, мужик агрессивный, поэтому надо его спровоцировать. Так, ведро берем.
What should I use with it? It's a terrible idea.
А, что?
No, it isn't working this way. No, it isn't working this way. No. It's a terrible...
Да подожди ты.
One of the gas pumps is leaking. The pail is used... What should I...
Подожди, может быть...
It doesn't make...
м,
It's a terrible... Before I go back to... It's the car I used to get... Considering who I stole... It's the car I used... Considering who...
Да-да. Ну вот я... Так. Подожди, что это? Короче говоря, нужно спровоцировать этого мужика на агрессию, поэтому, как вы видели, если вы заметили, его легко.
An oil lamp.
Его очень легко спровоцировать.
It's a terrible...
О боже.
No.
Что опять пойдем? То есть, видите, ведро он может взять в принципе. Он просто спрашивает, а куда мне его использовать?
What should I use with it? I don't see why. I don't see why. How special. I guess I couldn't expect... If I get near it, that yoke... It's the kitchen door. It's the kitchen door. Better not. If I better...
Слушай, что еще?
I hate people. A spittoon. Interesting metaphor for this place.
Подожди, тут все картины.
Bottles of whiskey. If I want a drink, I have me rye with me. Ketchup, napkin, everything that you need to give flavor to the swill they serve in this place. I don't need...
Не нужны, да?
It's a terrible idea.
Да хватит уже. Не нравится мама идея. Так, что с девочкой? Ой.
I'm in the middle of nowhere with a stolen car. No.
Окей.
Ketchup, everything that you need to give flavor. I don't need...
Хорошо.
It's a cash register. Risking get...
Так.
You again, stranger?
I need...
This is a... You need a photo?
I need it.
That's...
Is that car...
Did the Winchester send you?
No one sends me. Who are the Winchesters?
Sons of bitches who bought the farm back there a few months ago.
You don't seem to like them that much.
Nah, they're good for nothing. You just have to look at how they keep their farm. The only thing they know how to do is drink and smoke on the porch.
And why should they send someone to ask questions?
Because the other night I shot one of them in the ass. Those bastards, after dusk, they come to the back of my gas pump and they start playing with their guns. They shoot at whatever they see. I warned them that even if one of those bullets touch my pumps, the whole place is gonna blow up, but they didn't listen. So the other night, as soon as I heard them shooting, I went out and I shot one of them in the ass. And that idiot ran away yelling like a little girl.
Good story.
Stranger, this isn't a big city. This is how we take care of things around here. And the same goes for you. Give me crap and I'll turn your city ass into a colander.
Just point your gun at me once and I'll show you the difference between your old piece and my revolver.
Huh.
Is this your place?
Еще раз.
Yes. And the rifle I keep in my hands as well.
I see that there's a warm welcome in this house.
My friend, this... I don't like...
I'm just...
City...
Да.
Okay.
Open 24 hours a day. I guess that's the only reason to go to a place like this.
Слушайте, ну нам нужно...
No. It's a tower.
Нам нужно сделать фотографию. Чтобы ее сделать, нам нужно включить фотоаппарат. Чтобы включить фотоаппарат, нам нужно выгнать этого мужика
It's the
отсюда.
photographic set that the gas station owner uses to siphon off money from the Bunyan Derby gang. It doesn't work. I don't... It's the photographic set that the gas...
Да.
$0.10 for a gallon of gas and 8 for one of kerosene. Only in the countryside can you still find kerosene stations. Nowadays it's only tractors that still use that type of fuel.
Давайте еще раз посмотрим на это поле.
A cornfield. It's in bad shape. Most of the plants are dry or rotten. It's a rain tank. Essex County, New Jersey. I've come a long way.
Слушайте, ну...
It doesn't make any s-
Ладно, давайте посмотрим сначала.
An oil lamp. It doesn't make any...
Надеюсь, это не очередной баг, и я тут не просто так бегаю.
The sign in front of the station says kerosene. One of the gas pumps is leaking. The pail is used to catch the leaking gas. What should I... No. One of the gas... What should I use with it? I don't see what... I don't see... It doesn't... The sign in front of the station says gas.
Слушайте,
No, it isn't.
а,
No, it is. It doesn't.
короче говоря, нам нужно...
It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
Слушайте, я не знаю, я знаю, что нам нужно делать, но он этого делать не хочет. Я уже начинаю выходить из себя. Ладно. Простите, извините.
It won't light up. It must be out of fuel. It's a terrible...
Да хватит уже со своей terrible idea. Можно теперь взять это ведро?
What should I use with it? Even if there's only a few drops...
Да, супер, отлично.
Now it should light up without problems. Better
Просто-
put the pail back in case I need
Да,
more
ладно, щас.
kerosene.
Вы знаете, уже сколько лагов, сколько проблем было с этой игрой, я уже боюсь, что, вы знаете, на любой локации может опять случиться точно такая же ситуация, и мне придется опять, вот помните, как с той локации на вот верфи, придется опять по 5 раз все переигрывать. Ладно. Хорошо, хоть разобрались. Отлично. Нет, ты жди.
It fits perfectly.
Супер.
This idea is so crazy that it might just work.
Да. Помните, какие звуки обычно кукуруза делает, если вот вы попкорн когда-нибудь пытались сделать у себя в микроволновке?
Damn, Winchesters, here we go again. The lesson from the last time clearly wasn't enough. Hey, you! I know you're hiding in the cornfields. Get out here if you have any guts, you sons of bitches. I'll show you.
Отлично, он будет сейчас занят местью Винчестером.
Now that the yokel's gone, there's nothing stopping me from using this panel.
Да, давайте, наконец-таки. Я не знаю, какое.
Better not touch this lever. If I cut the power to all the gas pumps, the owner would definitely notice it.
Все, мы вроде бы должны были включить. Сейчас посмотрим. О, смотрите, красота какая.
The
Отлично.
photograph... Good. Now that it works, let's see if I can make it as a photographer. I take the photograph and cut it somehow. Before attaching the documents, I hesitate for a second. From now on, my name is John Fard. Sean McLean doesn't exist anymore. Sean McLean is dead. Then I make up my mind and I attach the damn photo. I don't have time to get all misty-eyed now. The documents should be fine now. I can finally get away from this place.
Да,
Better
давайте.
get the girl. It's the car I consider.
Да. Я думала, что он ее автоматически заберет за кадром.
It's time to go. The car's headlights slice through the dark desolation of Essex County. I look for some landmarks to make the trip less boring, but I can't find anything. There's just darkness around me, and the car whizzes by in the middle of the road.
I'm sorry for the harsh wake-up, Del Nero, but Oscar and good manners never went hand in hand.
I kind of figured that out.
You must understand him. He's been out of the boxing world for too long. When he got diagnosed with a form of mutism, he was competing for the state's heavyweight title. Unfortunately, a rule doesn't allow people with his kind of problems to fight. So he had to continue in illegal joints. People there don't care much about rules. What they really care about is a good show. The first time I saw him fight, I immediately understood that that shabby ring under the stairs of a butcher shop wasn't the place for him. So I took him with me.
From beating people up to killing them. That's a big career move, I'd say.
Come on, Del Nero. We aren't an organization of killers. We follow an ideal.
What ideals? You're just criminals in search of power.
But power is an ideal, Del Nero. Our entire history was shaped by men who did great things in search of power. Do you really think that people like Julius Caesar or Napoleon did what they did for the sake of their people? Man was born to have power, and his entire existence is an expression of this desire. We study to get important jobs. We train to become stronger. We work at companies where we can move up the ladder. All this to have power.
I bet that you spent hours in front of the mirror repeating this little speech.
Del Nero, I just want you to see our reasons, and maybe avoid you ending up like that pathetic excuse for a man, Malone.
Go to hell, you and your reasons.
As you wish, Del Nero. I thought you were smarter, but if you don't plan on telling us anything if we use the carrot... Where is the girl?
I don't know.
Why are you persisting in protecting a girl that has been entrusted to you by a man who's betrayed you in the past?
I'm a sentimental guy. I can't help it.
Del Nero, do you really want to die like your pal McLean?
Отлично. Эй,
Del Nero, where's the girl?
I must have lost her. I'm a terrible nanny.
You're making me tired. I'm not going to ask you a second time. Where have you hid the girl?
Oh,
What is it, cat got your tongue? When Oscar's done with you, that won't be a problem anymore.
Edward, knock it off.
this voice. I know this voice. It's Victoria. What the hell is she doing here?
Now that the Good Samaritan has arrived, we're all here.
Edward, you're disgusting. When this story is over, you'll answer directly to the bosses for your conduct.
Victoria. How is it possible that she is mixed up in this story? It's impossible.
This disgusting behavior is the only way to get your little friend to talk. It looks like he's having fun playing the tough guy.
I told you that you wouldn't have gotten anything from him.
So how do you plan to figure out where he hid the girl?
Using a little intelligence and civility.
Are you going to get him to tell you where he hid the girl just by asking pretty please?
We don't need him to tell us.
What do you mean?
If, before you started leaning on him, you'd look in his pockets, you'd have figured out where the girl is.
You know where she is?
On the Lower East Side, in a small pub owned by a certain Greta Reed.
Greta Reed?
Dannazione. Greta's handkerchief. They must have figured out from that where the girl is. Greta's in danger. I have to do something, but I can't even talk. That beast has gone to town on me.
Jack, can you hear me? I'm sorry about everything that's happened. I didn't want to put you in the middle of all this, but I didn't have a choice. That girl is too important to us. She has to go back to where she came from.
Victoria, how could you?
I'm sorry, Jack. I'd like to explain it all to you, but there is no time. As soon as we get out of the city, you and your friend will be freed, but don't try to follow us. I'm sorry things went this way. Goodbye, Jack.
Victoria.
Edward, you and your ape can come with me. We have to load the cars. The plane is waiting for us. Hurry up.
Plane? What plane? Victoria, where are you taking the girl?
Del Nero, it looks like you got lucky this time. Your friend saved you just in time. But the next time we meet, I can't guarantee you'll be so lucky.
Edward,
Don't worry, Good Samaritan. I won't do anything to him.
hurry up. We don't have time.
It looks like we'll have to go now, Del Nero. Let Oscar say his goodbyes.
My head. I must have passed out for a while. Judging from the light filtering through the windows, it must be at least 6 a.m. Out there, the sun's rising. Some thugs with a love for archaeology are running away with a girl, and I'm stuck here, tied to a chair with a nose that looks like mush. I better figure out how to free myself.
Ну да. Ничего нет в инвентаре. Слушайте, ну давайте продолжим уже в следующий раз. Я просто все еще, как это сказать, не смогла отойти после того случая, когда документы Шона Маклейна, они просто отсутствовали на том столе. Мне все пришлось переигрывать заново. Я надеюсь, больше такого не случится. И в любом случае мы уже подходим к завершению нашей истории. Я надеюсь, что вам все нравится. Вам я говорю большое спасибо за просмотр. Мы с вами встретимся в следующих сериях, и до скорого.